The story of the Obama family is one of extraordinary achievements, resilience, and life under an intense public spotlight. As the first African American president of the United States, Barack Obama not only changed the trajectory of American history, but also placed his family in a unique position of visibility. From Chicago to Washington, D.C., the Obama family's journey into the White House came with both public challenges and moments of personal growth. Barack and Michelle Obama, along with their daughters Malia and Sasha, navigated the transformation of their lives from a relatively private family to one under constant media scrutiny. This journey of adaptation, family support, and resilience marks a notable chapter in American history. Before their lives changed dramatically in 2008, the Obama family lived a typical life in Chicago, rooted in a strong community and family traditions. Michelle Obama, originally Michelle LaVaughn Robinson, had deep ties to Chicago's South Side, where she grew up. She was known as the girl from the South Side, and her life reflected the values and culture of the city. Michelle's journey was one of hard work and accomplishment, attending Princeton University for her undergraduate degree and then Harvard Law School, before returning to Chicago to work at a prominent law firm where she eventually met Barack. Barack Obama, too, was a rising star in the political arena, initially serving as a state senator in Illinois before becoming a U.S. senator. Their lives were busy and fulfilling, yet they enjoyed a private existence before Barack's presidential campaign altered everything. Their daughters, Malia, born in 1998, and Sasha, born in 2001, enjoyed an ordinary childhood filled with school activities, friends, and family gatherings. Living in Chicago, they experienced the vibrant city life, balancing school with their family's routine and traditions. However, when Barack announced his candidacy for President of the United States in 2007, the Obama family's life began to shift. As he campaigned across the country, Michelle took a leave of absence to focus on the campaign and support their family. She managed to balance the demands of a political life with her commitment to maintaining stability for Malia and Sasha. When Barack Obama won the 2008 election, it marked a historic moment not only for the nation, but for his family. The move to the White House meant that Malia and Sasha would experience a lifestyle very few children could imagine. They had to leave behind their familiar surroundings in Chicago, their school, and friends. Living in the White House brought new challenges and a level of public attention that required adjustment. As a mother, Michelle took charge of guiding her daughters through this transition. She was determined to provide as much normalcy as possible for Malia and Sasha, enrolling them in Sidwell Friends School, a private institution known for its rigorous academics and well-rounded curriculum. Sidwell offered a supportive environment for the Obama girls, allowing them to continue their education amidst the complexities of their new lives. Life in the White House also introduced Malia and Sasha to a world of heightened security. The Secret Service became part of their daily routine, which meant that even simple activities like attending school events or going out with friends required careful planning and coordination. While the security measures were essential, they sometimes made it difficult for Malia and Sasha to experience the freedom other children enjoy. This constant surveillance added an element of pressure to their lives that was further complicated by media attention, which extended to the smallest details, from their clothing to their school activities. Michelle Obama's efforts to preserve her daughter's privacy and stability are chronicled in her memoir, Becoming, where she reflects on the joys and challenges of raising Malia and Sasha in the public eye. Michelle describes how she and Barack worked to ensure that their daughters could grow up grounded, teaching them the importance of integrity and humility despite the extraordinary environment of the White House. Through these formative years, the girls learned resilience and developed a strong sense of self amid the expectations and public scrutiny. One of the most memorable moments during their time in the White House was when Malia and Sasha attended a state dinner. Michelle wanted them to have experiences that they could one day recount to their own children. She often encouraged her daughters to embrace the opportunities before them, including meeting world leaders and attending important events. Such experiences help them develop a broader worldview, understand global issues, and appreciate the cultural diversity they encountered. Michelle's influence on her daughters extended beyond the formal setting of the White House. She encouraged them to see the world and gain exposure to different cultures. During her travels, Michelle involved herself in international advocacy, particularly promoting education for girls. She visited places like Japan, Morocco, and Liberia, raising awareness about the barriers that prevent girls from accessing education. In her travels, Michelle was accompanied by high-profile advocates like actresses Meryl Streep and Frida Pinto, and together they discussed the educational struggles faced by adolescent girls around the world. Michelle's focus on empowerment and equality served as an example to her daughters, showing them the value of public service and leadership. The legacy of the Obama family continues to influence American culture and inspire a new generation. Today, Malia and Sasha are young adults pursuing their own paths with the foundation of resilience, empathy, and self-confidence that their parents instilled in them. Michelle's efforts to maintain normalcy in their childhood allowed them to grow into the individuals they are today, aware of their place in the world, but grounded in the values they were raised with. The story of the Obama family exemplifies not only a chapter of historic significance, but also a testament to the strength of family and the importance of resilience. Barack, Michelle, Malia, and Sasha have shown that even amidst the highest level of public scrutiny, a commitment to family, values, and personal integrity can guide you through any challenge. Democratic candidate Kamala Harris is preparing to launch a major campaign push with two of the Democratic Party's most celebrated figures. Former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama joining her in events next week. This move signals a pivotal moment as the November elections draw near. For the first time in this election cycle, the Obamas, long viewed as leading influences in the Democratic Party, will appear on the campaign trail to support Harris and strengthen the broader Democratic platform. Their decision to actively participate underscores the party's commitment to rallying support and driving up voter turnout, particularly in crucial battleground states where election outcomes often hinge on slim margins. With weeks left before Election Day, both the timing and significance of the Obamas' involvement highlight the importance of voter turnout. Democratic strategists see their presence as a way to energize voters, especially in areas that could tip the balance in Harris's favor. Both Barack and Michelle Obama have an impressive track record of inspiring enthusiasm, particularly among young people and minority groups. Polls show that Harris faces intense competition from Republican candidate Donald Trump, who has focused on energizing his base. With the race close in several key states, voter mobilization has become critical for both campaigns, and Democratic strategists hope the Obamas' influence will motivate undecided voters and dedicated supporters to ensure Harris's success. The upcoming weeks will be critical for both campaigns as they work to win over voters in what is shaping up to be one of the most closely watched elections in recent history. The effectiveness of these campaign events and whether the Obama-Harris alliance can successfully energize the Democratic base remains to be seen. But with the stakes so high, the Democratic Party appears to be putting all resources into securing victories in key battlegrounds where every vote counts. Michelle Obama is set to make her anticipated debut on the campaign trail on October 26 in Michigan, kicking off a series of appearances aimed at rallying Democratic voters. Known for her popularity and strong public presence, Michelle Obama has been a beloved figure within the Democratic Party for years. Her speeches often resonate with a broad range of voters, touching on themes of unity, hope, and social justice. Her campaign kickoff in Michigan is a strategic move, as the state is crucial for both parties and has been fiercely contested in recent election cycles. Michelle Obama's influence is particularly impactful with women, minorities, and younger generations, demographics that have historically supported Democratic candidates and could make a difference in this election. During the Democratic National Convention, Michelle Obama's speech resonated strongly with many Americans. She sharply criticized Donald Trump for divisive tactics, emphasizing the importance of rejecting politics based on fear and rallying for a united vision for the country. Michelle Obama's ability to connect emotionally with audiences makes her one of the most effective campaigners for the Democratic Party, and her focus in Michigan is expected to mobilize voters in critical battleground states. Following Michelle Obama's campaign event in Michigan, former President Barack Obama will join Kamala Harris in Georgia for an event on the following Thursday. Like Michigan, Georgia is another battleground state that has grown increasingly competitive. Barack Obama's participation is part of a broader effort to boost Democratic support in critical states, with planned appearances in Tucson, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, Detroit, Michigan, and Madison, Wisconsin, all significant stops on the electoral map. Obama's presence on the campaign trail is expected to draw substantial crowds, and his ability to connect with voters across demographic lines is viewed as key to energizing the Democratic base. Obama's involvement hasn't been without its challenges, however. During a previous campaign appearance, he directed remarks to Black male voters, encouraging them to support Kamala Harris and to embrace the possibility of a female president. While his message was intended to inspire unity, some critics felt his approach might come across as tone-deaf or out of touch with certain social dynamics within the African American community. This situation sparked internal discussions within the Democratic Party about how best to navigate the complexities of race, gender, and voter expectations, especially with Harris representing the first Black and South Asian female vice presidential candidate. Despite these nuances, Obama's ability to mobilize voters remains an asset, and he has consistently proven effective in conveying the stakes of the election. Barack Obama's extensive tour is not just important for garnering votes in key regions, but also for emphasizing the civic duty of participating in the democratic process. His speeches often underscore the importance of unity and collective responsibility, themes that resonate deeply with Americans in this election cycle. Michelle Obama's return to the campaign trail is likely to generate excitement, particularly among demographics that have been pivotal to Democratic wins in the past. Her speeches are known for inspiring voters who may feel disconnected or disillusioned with the political process, and her presence is expected to uplift those crucial Democratic supporters. The combined efforts of Michelle and Barack Obama represent a formidable boost for Kamala Harris in the critical final stretch of the campaign. Their appeal spans across different voter demographics, and their influence may very well be a determining factor in a race as competitive as this one. With the election just weeks away, their commitment to energizing voters in close-call states highlights the Democratic Party's determination to use every available resource in pursuit of victory. As Election Day approaches, the focus will be on how the Obama-Harris alliance shapes voter enthusiasm in these final weeks. The dynamic presence of the Obamas on the campaign trail signals that the Democratic Party is determined to secure every possible advantage in swing states where every vote will matter. Michelle Obama's Michigan kickoff and Barack Obama's tour across battleground states represent a powerful combined effort aimed at rallying the Democratic base. Their ability to inspire voters and convey a sense of urgency around the issues at stake will be central to the Democratic strategy in these last weeks. Their speeches and public appearances will not only aim to consolidate support, but also to remind Americans of the values and vision the Democratic Party champions during these politically challenging times. Kamala Harris's connection with Obama goes back years, as she supported his candidacy early in his 2008 campaign. This association has greatly bolstered her own political profile, positioning her as a promising leader within the Democratic Party. As Harris continues to position herself as a central figure for 2024, Obama's support has been crucial, granting her credibility and linking her to Obama-era policies and ideals that resonate with Democratic voters. Their shared values on healthcare, climate change, racial and social justice, and progressive policies have only strengthened this alignment. Harris's relationship with Obama provides her not only with a strong base of support, but also with access to his political network, which remains powerful within the party. As she aims to lead the Democratic Party, Obama's endorsement and guidance are essential for navigating the complex political landscape and balancing the concerns of both progressive and moderate voters. Yet Harris is also forging her own path, and while she draws from Obama's legacy, she must also present her unique vision for the country to win the Democratic nomination and, ultimately, the presidency.